Okay, so now we're just going to do the slip stitch into the corner, the first one, and that's our second row. Finish it off like you did the first row. Pull that nice and tight, and there you go. There we go, that's the focus. So you can see how the corners and the sides are starting to shape up. So now I'll go through and do the next row, and I'll do that in alternate colours. So we'll start off again putting the yarn on the hook, starting in the corner, doing a slip stitch into that, chain 3, do chain 3, treble 3, chain 2, and another chain treble 3 in the corner, like that. Now this time we're going to go into this area here, but we're just going to do one group of 3, we're not going to do 2. So do 2 chains, group of 3, so that's one corner done, and again we would go in one into there, 2 in the corners, 1 in there, 2 in the corners, 1 in there, 2 chains and join there. So I'll just I'll finish that row and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so here I am back to finish off in the slip stitch in the top of the first chain I did, and there we go, that's the third row done. I'll just finish that off like I did the other ones. Pull that yarn through that loop like that, and there we have a nice little square. So I think what I will do just quickly is just show you how to sew in an end, and it's not rocket science. You probably could work it out for yourself, but hey, if you haven't been shown, then you know, you don't know. Do you like my pretty needle case? That's my mum made that. You can check out her shop on Sweethearts and Roses on Etsy, and she sells lots of things like that, and that's all hand embroidered. Beautiful. Anyway, that's just my mum. So here is one of these pesky tails. So I like to use a needle with wool type yarns. I do like to use a needle that's blunt. I find if you use one that has a point to it, it will split the yarn like that. You can quite easily go through, not just like that, but even split that again. And if you do need to unpick, then you get into you can get knots and things. So I find a blunt needle is the best, and if it's got a nice large eye on it, that's even better, because then it's easier to thread. So just thread your yarn, and especially this magic loop here, pull it tight, and then just gently weave the needle through. You don't really want it to come through onto the other side, because if I'll show you what happens. If you poke it right through and pull it up, then you'll see that you'll get a thread that goes across, and you'll see it. So what you don't want to do is be able to see it. So if you can get it, sort of weave it between the yarn, there you go, we're able to see that, and I'll pull that through, and you just give it a few weaves through, and it completely disappears, like so. I'll just do one more. You don't want to do too many, otherwise it gets a bit firm and loses its softness. So that's what I've done. And you just get, a nice pair of scissors with a nice little point to the end. Put it up as close as you can. Try not to cut your work, that would be disastrous. Put the scissors as close as you can, little snip, and there you go, it's gone, and you can't even see where it was before. And that will stay in there, it will stay woven in